I'm about to make another mistake. And even though I try to stay away, everything around me keeps dragging me in. I can't help thinking to myself, what if my time would end today, today, today? Can I guarantee that I will get another chance before it's too late, too late, too late? Forgive me, my heart is so full of regret. Forgive me, now is the right time for me to repent, repent, repent. Am I out of my mind? What did I do? Oh, I feel so bad. And every time I try to start all over again, my shame comes back to haunt me. I'm trying hard to walk away, but temptation is surrounding me, surrounding me. I wish that I could find the strength to change my life before it's too late, too late, too late. Forgive me, my heart is so full of regret. Forgive me, now is the right time for me to repent, repent, repent. I know you're the most forgiving, and that you promise to always be.
Read your biodata. So you both are expert in the social work and socializing
so I can
is
see
your
that if you are
keen subject.
Right.
So my one biggest experiment
Yes.
that is on underprivileged children and underprivileged girls.
Yes.
So we more
Excellent.
focus on that. This project is what you can get said is felicitated. Dr. Ghosh,
Okay.
Dr. Most welcome. Most welcome.
Hello, Doctor. How are you? Okay. Thank you very much for inviting us.
Hello.
It's Dr. Dania. Yes.
I said doctor.
तुम लोग ऐसा करो उधर ही बैठो
I'll just make up notes.
Socket लगेगा.
Yeah, I just want to. You have some white paper?
Yes.
Yes.
Paper give it.
जिस साइड होगा उस साइड लगा दो.
you want you can use this
नहीं कनेक्शन नहीं है. You want better?
Yeah. So we can put it on that side, please.
so
Anytime you stop it, just stop.
So in my view, the nation of distance shape in the classroom. We generally believe that the value imparted in the school is make more student democratic citizen.
Right.
But let me tell you that my country, that is India,
Right.
more than 80 million children are not going to school.
Right.
80 million children.
Yeah.
The child who
Which is
the
the percentage with the population?
percentage as per population around 20%, 20% is called out of school children.
Yes.
Okay.
So the childhood of these children is not blossoming in the school, but getting slat either in the beginning or garbage collections or in the childhood labors. Is a major problem in the
What you
child
call
labor.
them here? You call them
Child labors. We call it
Child
child
labor.
labor.
Child labor.
Child labor. Okay.
Even
Or-
the one which is from beggars family, they call them child labor.
Yeah, everywhere. It's
The term.
called same concept of child labor.
Okay.
But only child labor is not the issue.
Mm.
There are so many reasons for out of school. The children cannot go
Yes.
to the school.
Yeah.
And one of the major reason for not out of school is there is no one who can take care of the child. Okay, so elder sister or elder brother are taking care of that small children.
Right.
Okay, so what we give as a solution for the society, I just this tiny towns dwelling in the slums, and we have a lot of slums. If you consider the Nashik city, If you consider as a Nashik city, we having 123 slums in Nashik city, this city.
123
123
slums.
Yeah, 123 slums. If you consider Mumbai, where you come from, Bombay, okay, it's a huge.
Dharavi is
Yeah,
the one of
Dharavi
the-
is the Asia's one of the biggest slum.
But from the slums became very strong entrepreneurs and
Yeah, like
leaders.
yeah,
Now
Yeah.
lots of people who's leading big companies in
like best dancers,
America
artists,
and even
like
America,
Dharavi.
Google and
Yes.
others, they are coming from this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where is camera? So we all know there is a close and intimate relation between the education and democracy. You are the expert doctors in this field. So if you want to strengthening any country's democracy, we have to only one reason to give a doorstep education. And this is our the school. This is a mobile school. This is India's first mobile school.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the invention 8 years back. Okay, now you must wondering what exactly the mobile school. This school is established with the motto of literate out of school children. Okay, those who cannot reach to the school, because at least 3 to 5 kilometers we don't have any school in our vicinity. This is bus you can see in the replica of the actual classrooms. Okay, you can see the TV, blackboards, library, laboratory, everything is there. This mobile school is beautifully equipped with all the study materials.
Right.
Okay. Our children, our teacher conduct the support class in the bus itself for the duration of the 2 hours. So in that 2 hours, we give a basic education. Okay, that is, you can read or write.
So,
The street children.
like, what is the capacity of the bus and all?
The capacity is the in the bus is 30 student can be accumulate, and outside is much 40 to 50 student can easily accumulate. So every 2 hours we choose location and it's a destination change. Through this bus we are providing the education on their doorstep. After conducting their class in one area, the bus lead to the next destination. For decent school setup, you need investment heavily on in the infrastructures. Whereas this bus is playing the role of class in 3 different areas in a day. So at the time, 35 students can be accommodated in this bus, 30 to 35.
So it goes to the same areas every day.
Yeah, 1 year we choose at least one area, so we can work very focusedly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Our
they have
main
daily, but 2 hours every day.
But our main focus is after they start interesting in the educations, okay, then we try to relocate in a regular school.
So they get enrolled.
Yeah, enrollment in the regular school. Yeah. You must knowing the reason reason of these children are not going to school, like child labor, domestic responsibility, that is very huge in India. Okay, unavailability of the school in nearby area. Superstition regarding girls' education, where we are working.
That is the most important part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unavailability of the transport, but the most important reason is that the socially deprived people do not actually realize the power of education.
Right.
Okay, and there actually we play the role of counselor here. We check these issues on the grassroots level and counsel their parents regarding the importance of the education and convince them to send their wards to the school. Since generation of these people are illiterate, therefore they don't even know the basic democratic rights. That's a major issue. They don't know what Indian Constitution is, what they have a right. So throughout this mobile school, we are not only providing formal education by conducting a math, science and English class, but also providing the computer literacy also.
So, it has been equipped with...
Yeah, with the computers.
Okay.
We having a tab also. Tab, I think. Yeah. It's it show the main NGO's name is the Education on Wheel. Apart from that, we start a very big campaign that is called Every Child Count. This is a huge successful project for out of school children. Every country, even America, also faces the problem of out of school children. Okay, how to identify out of school children. I am running the campaign to find and search out of school children. The campaign is known as Every Child Counts, which has a mobile app and toll-free number where any citizen of my town can give information about any child who is out of school. Okay. Immediately my team, that is the Hemant and Sadhna, immediately my team and they resolve the problems. They visit there and solve the issues. Okay. How we solve the issues? So literacy is the first step of the education, and education are the first step toward the democracy. Till now, more than 500 children are being literate through our NGO. Through our initiative, we have
To which
enrolled.
level?
Yeah.
Which level?
It's
Yeah,
not.
when you
It's,
say
it's
literate to 6,
it's
level 6? or-
six level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's the mandatory, I think. Mandatory
6
now
to
is high
14.
school?
6 to 14 is the basic education. Primary education. We don't have in level. We having a pre-primary, primary, secondary, and a
Higher
college.
secondary.
Yeah.
Until
higher
which
secondary.
age?
Age from age of 6.
No, not age.
Yes,
Not
6
age.
until
6 to
normally.
normally they pay. Why is 14 as per
10
the
plus
law?
2, yeah.
Yeah, but
يعني
generally
15 إعدادي
we,
وتمام
but
نظامي.
we focus more is the age of 6, 7 and 8.
Right.
But
Yes.
in our country,
Yeah.
the free education is
So
to
when you
6 to 14.
literacy for you is that they write, read, they can. That's a literacy.
Yeah, like
Like a basic
the
literacy
basic
to
literacy.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, basic literacy
Yeah.
from age of 6.
From 8
Age of 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
Initially, when we started this education thing, so before that we had to focus on the hygiene tips and all these things. Like we
Basic,
had,
very
uh,
basic. Yes,
basic
yes,
things
yeah.
to educate them.
So this is our initiative. Through our initiative, we have enrolled more than 5,000. This is last year data. More than 5,000 children in the school by convincing and counseling, because they don't have the importance of the education. Okay, my team convinced their parent and solve their day-to-day issues. Till now, more than 5,000 students we enroll in the education in different schools. This is the highest number in my city. Okay.
And,
So this is the they have all the child.
5,000. Already you have 500 graduate.
Yeah, 500
they
students
met the
who are
minimal
take, yeah,
requirement.
they take what we can say.
They can write, they can read, they
Yeah,
can.
the
Yes,
probability,
yes.
you know. So the thing is, who are these children? Like they are like totally uneducated.
They are for
or-
uneducated. They are from the street areas,
Okay.
beggars.
Okay.
Last year we with the help of the police commissioner, we took a campaign to the beggars from the transport signals in India. You can saw.
Which is reduced a lot in the last 10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
يعني I came.
Like I've told you, we have discussed
Yes.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I want to concentrate on this community where we want to visit right now. Okay, this is called a Sayyid community. Now I am going to share the biggest and influential impact of my life. In my city, there is a backward community named as a Sayyid community who have many superstitions. Like they neither go to the hospital nor attend any school. Okay, even they deliver babies on the roadsides. At the third day of baby birth, in fact, the infant gets engaged until the age of 12. The girls stay with the parent, and as the completion of the age 13, she get married to guy she was engaged. So at age of 3 days, if the baby born today, after 3 days, her engagement is fixed.
Girl child.
Girl child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
And as
fixed
soon as
fixed
first-
marriage is, I think,
fixed marriage.
this fixed marriage is already a problem in all India, but this is more.
No,
They're
like-
going deeper.
Yeah, is it
very
the
early.
the
Yeah.
third day
3 days.
of the girl?
The
3
baby's
days.
age
Yes.
is only 3
3
days
days.
and she gets
Yeah,
engaged
Yes,
with.
yes.
Okay.
लहान मुलांची माळ
Yeah,
घालतात.
Ashok.
Okay.
And this is the sign of engagement. See, you can see this red
Yeah.
red
Neck
color
piece.
neck piece.
Yeah.
This is the sign of it. And as soon as first at her third age of 13, yeah, first menstrual periods, MC started. Then she sent to the that guy.
Boy.
Yeah, in-laws
In
place.
the in-laws place.
Okay.
And the second superstition, they never go to the hospital. Never. Their immune system is so strong. They वो कभी बीमार नहीं पड़ते. They never.
Like they never fall sick and they don't
Never.
fall ill. Like
They-
because of
They
the-
don't take any what we say
Vaccine.
vaccines.
Yes.
Not a single vaccine.
Not even polio?
Yes,
Not even
from
polio.
in
Not
our-
even polio. And if you see their body health, it is so strong, so strong. This is a really miracle. Because from last 7 generations they never took a single vaccine.
I was not knowing that.
Yeah, this is the biggest, the immune system.
Achievement.
Immune system is so strong.
Body immune
Yeah.
itself.
They don't believe in hospitals. and
But
all that.
the thing is
Take
that
precautions.
like they should be given vaccination. They will try to.
Exactly.
What if
They-
like out
but
of
what they are really believe in their religions and they don't
I
believe in,
will, will
yeah.
stop here,
Ah.
if I may, Dr. Ghosh. Guys, when we have a slogan, when we diagnose, we don't give solutions. He's trying to give you what is the case. So
Right.
don't start to give solutions. Just ask. If you have a clarification, you can ask.
Okay.
But don't start to give solutions.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So that we can give later
Yeah.
together, because they already more experienced than us
Yeah, yes.
on the field. Yeah, thank you.
So as we started our mobile school in Sayed community, we had very tough time to convince these girls, rigid people, to send their children to our school. More than 300 girls who under the age of 13, we started school for them. Through education and counseling, the grown-up girls
So
decide.
they don't have school from
No.
the government in their
Yeah, we
community?
have. They have.
Uh-huh.
But they never send it.
They-
They never send it.
But there is a school
Is it-
available in
Yeah,
the
there is a school available.
Okay.
Because yeah.
They send boys and not girls, or boys
Only
and
girls.
Only girls.
Yes.
Boys are going.
Boys can go.
So
But
it's
girls,
mainly gender
yeah,
gap.
yes, gender gap. But they see they trusted us. Okay, we gained the confidence from that Sayyid community, and they allowed to park our bus there, and they're ready to send girls in our
Good.
mobile school.
Good.
Okay, so they started basic education of health
Yeah.
and basic knowledge. So the impact is, so many girls are saying that, so I will tell you the impact. More than 300 girls who are under the 13, we started school for them. Through education and counseling, the grown-up girls decide to stay with their parent till the age of 18. Now the first, they go to the their husband at the age of 13. Now they say, okay, we will go after the age of 18. 18 is our Indian age of the marriage.
Well, we need to give you applause for this.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. This is a huge success story. Congratulations. Yani,
So-
I know that in countries, we're going, especially in Morocco, we have the same, you are describing us the same cases. But they didn't do the success, even though the government is heavily investing
Okay.
on that.
Right.
You know, with Amazigh, you know Amazigh?
Yeah,
Amazigh is a Berberian, they are not Arabic,
Okay.
they're Berberian, they
Okay.
speak Berberian.
Okay.
In the mountains.
Okay.
Yeah.
सर ही थोडी ट्रॅडिशनल जगणारी कम्युनिटी
Yeah, yeah.
ते तो कसं सांग
They follow their cultures,
Mhm.
okay, their traditions and everything. So
Like few of
Banjara.
them is like culture and few of some of the
Banjara
things are like
community.
superstitious. Like
Yeah,
superstitious.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
most of the superstitious things comes from before.
Right.
So like they are following that only by the name of a tradition, which
Right.
is actually
Strong culture. They have strong
Strong
culture.
culture,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
in this
Which
same
is sometimes we
community-
should look at the positives
Yeah.
and
build on the strong
build
culture.
on the
Yes,
strong
yes,
ones.
yes.
Which is
Yes.
I think you were clever in doing that already. Yes, yeah.
See, the Sayyid community peoples who have been illiterate in last 7 generation, it
Right.
was a big challenge to teach their kids with the simple teaching tools like paper and pencil. We gave them a tab having education software like Identify English Alphabet. It was a surprise that these kids were able to use the tabs with an hour, and just in 1 week they were able to recognize English alphabets.
Wow.
Okay, so we give the tabs, so that is a major challenge because they never take a pen, pencil.
Right.
सर ग्रास्पिंग पॉवर यांची
Yeah,
चांगली
and the grasping power is so
Very strong,
high,
huh? Yes,
very
yes,
strong.
yeah.
Again,
Yes,
if we study the neuroscience,
Yeah.
okay, so
We write a lot
yes.
about neuroscience.
Yeah.
Our business is in neuroscience.
Oh, great. So at the below 6 year highest brain cells are our developed. Okay, and the brain cells develop through the experiential learning.
True.
And this child is very street smart.
Right.
Okay, they don't have just a basic formal education, but they are very clever because they face day to day different problems,
Challenges,
different challenges. So they are very clever and their grasp power is very high.
नॅचरल
Yes.
बर्थ हे चांगली सगळं
Okay.
So at night education will counsel them, the slum parents also. We This is there are a lot of success stories, but I just mention only one story because of the time gap. As we say, the education must reach to the grassroots level, but to what extent? We have reached the unapproachable area like the red light area of our city, where the prostitution and their children are deprived of the education. When we started parking our bus in that area, we realized that even their small girls are sexually exploited in that trade. Through different programs and recreational activities, we try to kindle interest of the education among these girls. After gaining the confidence of these prostitute mothers, this is a different area.
Amongst them, you mean? Amongst them or from outsiders?
Is in Nashik city. In Nashik city.
Ah.
Yeah. But not that community. This is different project.
Different
Yeah,
project,
another
another
different
project.
project.
Okay,
Another
okay.
project.
This is
No, not the same. Not the same. So after getting the confidence of these prostitute mothers, we relocate their small girls to the government residential school where they live normal life. Because what happens is these girls, okay, they having taboo on their what we can say this stamp.
Yeah. Like
Whenever,
slaves.
yeah, whenever they go to the school, the other children and teachers are thinking a very different, narrow-minded.
Basically, they boycott
They
them.
boycott them.
Prejudice,
Yeah. So
And
we
stigmatization, they use this for.
so we change their identity. Okay, we change their surname, we change their caste, we change everything. We took away them and we shifted to the government residential school.
Yes.
Okay, so
HIV झालेलं आहे त्याच्यात काही आहे.
so there are a lot of mothers having HIV,
HIV, yes.
and we shifted to the normal school.
Just to give them education, proper
Yes.
education, and don't let them.
You
fall
are
in that trap.
pressing me that I don't know how much I write because you have lots of success stories.
Yeah, we have a lot of
So,
success.
yes.
If we share our email
Yes,
ID, I will send you to everything. We
Right.
will be having a website also, so everything is on website.
Excellent.
Yeah. So basically, this is the experiment. I am the educationalist. My passion is to do a different experience in field of education.
Yes.
So, would you like to understand this school concept also?
Yes,
Or can
yes,
we
yes.
visit,
No, we want to understand
okay.
this and then we'll.
Yeah.
visit.
So this is
But
one
we-
experiment.
for-
It's called mobile school
I'm
for
not sure.
underprivileged children.
Today we have all the time with you, right? We have any other visits?
Another visit, yeah.
Where?
What time?
In Belgaum.
Acha,
Yeah, in village, rural area visit.
okay.
We can delay that, no?
Yeah, no.
Because this is the most important for
That's
us.
more
No,
important.
Right?
Nikhil, we have given him
Like we will be
See,
over
but we
there
have
like
time.
at 3.
See,
We have time.
We have
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
We can teach.
Okay, yeah.
3.
Okay.
And
you have to keep in your mind, it is
Yeah,
a 3
yeah,
o'clock,
Yeah.
because we
Yes.
have a commitment.
Commitment
Yeah,
at
yeah.
3 will
Yeah,
reach.
now
So-
it's 12:30, so
Oh.
yeah.
आपल्या इथं
Because I mean, we can, Dr. Ghosh,
Yes.
we want to, you brought us to a model person. He's doing huge success stories.
Yeah.
And compare, I visited many countries around the world, especially in education, because we started first with education.
Right.
And we teach multidiscipline,
Okay.
even university level.
Okay.
If you notice, if you visit our website, you see you start from kindergarten till university. We teach university, but we teach other educationists, like people like you, how they bring people who are inspiring, even though they might be in, from under let's say cared areas and so on.
Oh, great.
So we what you said is all success stories. But we want to help you in maybe improving these success stories, which is I can see from this. But I want to hear first your story here.
Yes. So,
You can say verbally also if you don't have a PowerPoint. No?
yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
One more thing I would like to share about the educational meals bus.
Hmm.
Before when they started, it was a big challenge for them to accept the bus. Like they had a question, why are you giving us education, that too for free?
Hmm.
So again they had to convince them. Plus the parents, like the mother and father, they were laborers and they are working for their day-to-day need.
Right.
So they would just leave the children and they had infants also. So the children would take care of children. So again they couldn't leave the house and they can come. but still they challenge them, like they give them assurance that the children are safe with us.
Right.
They would take the bus over there, and after that later we received so many children that we had to arrange a shade outside and make the children
Excellent.
over there.
So this is one over. This is the called experiential school,
Yeah.
and here Belgadoka we having one more school that Professor Bose also visited.
Yeah.
Okay. So as per our national employment report, the engineer graduates says that the branch of the civil mechanical engineer has only 7% of engineer capable of employment.
Right.
Okay, so almost 93% don't possess the required skill. So why? The main reason is the if the collecting information, look, just mumming. Okay, no invention, no
Memorizing.
creativity in the field of education. So this is the major gap between real life and bookish knowledge. Okay. So in my view, you are the expert in, but what is the aim of education today's scenario? In my view, is the problem solving skill. Okay. Among our students, for the required skill, we require a sensitive mind, comparing skill, courage to act. So we changed the education system in my school. Okay. So we changed from auditory
You said
learning
from which year to
year from age of 3, that is called
Yes.
kindergartner,
Yes,
till the 10th standard, that is 16, age of 16.
age 16.
So we changed the auditory learning to learning by doing.
They graduate, they need to go another school 2
Another
years
school
more.
for the yes.
For they call it what? College
Co-
or
college for they have to another school.
another.
So teacher-centered to child-centric approach. From intellectual quotient to we are shifting to the emotional
Right.
quotient and social quotient. So we'll go fast so you can understand. So our core focus is on the practical exposure.
Yeah.
Just for example, in the kindergarten, if we want to teach the sheep, so we bring give a real life experience. Okay, the sheep is come, so identification of animals, observation the body parts. Okay, some poems on that sheep. So student can connect very easily. Okay. Have you experienced the sitting on the donkey and buffalo? My student, are enjoying that also. You want to sit up there?
No, it's okay. कोई बात नहीं. I can listen and I can imagine things.
Yeah, the student also observe how the frog jump.
Right.
This you cannot teach them from the book. Because not even from the digital class. Lots of everyone are having a digital class. But my point is, digital class and high technology need to the poor student.
Yeah.
For the middle class and rich family, we require
This
real
one.
life
True.
experience.
Real life experience,
So this
yes.
is-
So
so I'm
they don't
doing-
see these things
Yeah, they don't
anymore.
know the
Yeah,
things.
but,
Now here is the cow shed. A child asks that white cow gives the white milk, then why not a buffalo gives the black milk?
Black.
Okay. Here through the live experience we are enhancing the curiosity of the child. Now the important thing is not the information. The main thing is that child asking the question. Okay. We create an environment where student can ask more questions. After observing the cobblers and this equipment, student asks him the number of questions. This is an interaction session. Yeah, more focus on pre-writing. Here we don't give writing till the age of 5. In India, unfortunately, the schools, the age of 3, they start writing ABCD.
Yeah.
Because they are very busy about exams.
Yes.
They are very strong in exams and like this, passing exams.
I don't know about
linguistic competitions.
Bahrain
The
or-
Indian school brought this culture to Bahrain.
Yeah.
That since KG they have to write.
And the competition spread all over the world because of India. Started,
Yes.
India.
Yes.
Because
Because
you
we are
have
very
to
strong in
memorizing.
competition. Yes.
Here even some students are left-handed, so we identify. We give a hand preference state. If he is a lefty, then we say be a lefty. Okay, we don't force to be a become right.
You know, they used to bear mine.
Oh,
Okay, so that I don't. It took me 5 years suffering from family.
Exactly same here. When I
Yeah.
was lefty, I was been told not to have from left hand
Yes,
food. It
yes,
is
yes.
not good. This like a superstitious thing. Like
if I am a righty, my left brain is strong. If I am the
Yeah.
lefty, my right brain is strong. This is simple knowledge, but
Yeah.
children don't understand.
I think we got the idea, so
Yeah.
that I want to
Yes,
start
yes.
saving time, and
So-
we can. I think I'm not sure. our schedule, how it is.
No, we have time. We will have
Yeah.
now go to our.
We'll go. But
sales
I want
community.
to give feedback first.
Yeah.
Okay, because we learn a lot from you today, so it's not fair that also we'll try to give you something if we can. Okay. Let me first introduce to you what is our purpose. Okay. Maybe you had a brief, I think, from
Yes.
Dr. Ghosh and the team. Our purpose is to do more projects to show the intrinsic powers of the humans,
Okay.
which is you are working exactly in the same area that we are working in.
Okay.
Okay. Which means we need to do lots of learning by doing, learning by error, learning by failure, learning by troubleshooting, learning by experiential learning. Okay. These are the ones which is we believe it move the frontal lobe, because you are talking about neuroscience.
Yes.
I focus a lot.
Okay.
I just brought one book now. It's
Okay.
all about neuroscience and the way we do it, which is reinventing our life. I call the book.
Okay.
Okay. And now my next book is designing a curious life.
Curious life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Which is I'll make sure you'll get it because you are this is the people who are looking for, and I think this is the purpose of this visit. We see who are the people who want to work with us, because we are very serious. They are spending their time, and we are spending our time, not about money only, but and you are spending your time now. Let me go now. Based on that, let me go first directly to the first one, the mobile school concept. Okay. You need to create from this a good case study. I am sure you have put this, but for your own right
Okay.
and for the right of the people after you.
Okay.
Okay. All of us will leave this life, and God forbid, for long, after long years, inshallah, for you and your wife. But still, you need to
Yes.
and to measure this by scientific way.
Okay.
The good thing about us, we are not only practitioners; we are also scientists.
Okay. Great.
So we try to spread the spirit of science inside any organization we go inside it. Okay, because we believe such organization they're gonna change the socio-economy.
Yes.
Okay, we don't work for economy only. We believe the change is come from social issues that affect the economy, not vice versa. We have lots of money in our countries, but we have lots of problems. Okay, and it cannot be solved by money. Lots of things: poverty, diseases, people not performing well, as you said, instability between education and labor market. All of these cannot be solved by money. Okay, they spend more, and they give solutions by money. Even road accidents cannot be solved by money. Okay, so that's for sure. So for the mobile school, first of all, you need to do what we call an exercise we want from you, so that we come back next time.
Yes.
You need to do what we call codification.
Okay.
Okay, we have 3 levels.
Okay.
And what you are doing, my friend, I forget your name again.
Sachin.
Sachin, okay? Sachin, is that you are really doing something even politicians they can't do. We call it influencing without power, which is Gandhi's concept.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I believe I taken, and our family taking lots of learning from Gandhi, and this is Gandhi concept. He influenced without power. Okay? He stayed even out of power to show that he don't need the power to influence people. Okay? And that's the idea. So we in order to do that, you need to go through 3 stages.
Okay.
The first stage called codification.
Qualification.
Yes, and I just explained to you a very simple thing. Like you said about the red area. Codification is about knowing the red and the green.
Okay.
We'll also, I hope if you can manage, I'm not sure Dr. Ghosh permit us, okay? If you can manage to attend our lectures
Okay.
in different places, and maybe I'm not sure, again I am under the guidance of my brother, okay? But if we have time, I want to come back to you, and you collect all your stuff,
Okay.
and we make like a workshop, a discussion, maybe in the last day, if we have time, okay?
No problem.
I
come in November.
And I can come back, but since I'm here, and I prefer to do something now so that you start the project.
Right.
Because I believe you are already doing good projects, but we need to bring it to a world class
Okay.
that nobody can copy. World class means that it will be always something you have it. Others, even if I want to copy it, I cannot copy it. Because you bring something always new. You put something that others cannot copy because of this. Okay. So the second level called classification.
Okay.
So we have codification, green and red, and second level called classification, which means now green, red, and yellow.
Yellow.
Okay, or more colors, rainbow colors. Okay.
Okay.
Then we go to the third level. I'll explain to you how we'll do that. Okay? The third level is called stratification.
Okay.
Okay? Now we're gonna make solutions very specific based on the concept of Gandhi, which is called pull thinking. Okay? Means that I will not do lots of things. I will do less, but I will achieve more. Okay? So that you can ensure the sustainability of the project. Okay, the problem with time is because people will start coming to you. How much you can expand? But you have to be selective sometime in your approaches so that you can cover more without creating demand on the resources.
Okay.
The last one, it will change your mindset
Okay.
from supplies versus demand. Now there is a demand.
Okay.
People, they are not going to school and they are increasing. With time, everybody will know about you and they will tell you through apps and so on, come, we have in our village same problems and so on. Okay. If you don't have enough sponsors and you cannot spend yourself, you cannot do that.
Yes.
So we want to change this mindset to
Okay.
be capacity versus demand. So you'll not work on based on, again, from Gandhi by the way, concept. Okay. So these are the, for that I'm telling you, let's go now then for codification. And by the way, it's experiential learning for you and for me.
Great.
We'll not know this, whether it's right or wrong, well, unless we test it.
Okay.
Okay, I don't claim that I am expert in your area, because now you are the expert. But I'm giving you my overall how I crack problems, because I consider you have a very great success story, but still it is have a problem.
Okay.
Okay, is that how to create from it something, opportunities that others can see and learn from it, but they cannot copy easily.
Okay.
Okay. So the codification, for example, the type of students, the children, they come to this. You codify them, and this is something that I want to know. Okay, how many they are learning faster? You said they're learning. What is the percentage? They're learning faster. Okay, what is the type of techniques you are using
Okay.
that is helping them to learn faster? Okay, and then what are the influence on the family? Okay, because you are a person, you want to change your community. Okay, if you teach them today and you don't do anything and they don't change their life, they go back to their family. And by the way, we did a similar project but more advanced, little bit. I was telling him today in Bosnia, but only for beggars family, not for this is like more of tribe. The description is more of tribe for these people. Also the continuity. Okay, you said, for example, out of let's say now 5,000 you serve, 500, okay, already literate. How much continuity they will have? Do we track them? Again, they now will shift from where? Codification to classification. Okay. Do we track them? Do we know what happened to them? Is their life improved? Did they start to use techniques, for example, in selling their water or anything different? Did they want to continue education and or not? Okay. And maybe you cannot do all of this 20, but maybe you can start with 100 December. Okay. Because by the way, one of our problems is that something cannot be measured, cannot be improved. Again, it's Gandhi concept. Okay. I'll tell you lots of Gandhi since Gandhi. Okay, something cannot be measured, cannot be improved. If you don't measure it, you cannot improve it. Okay. So I think you are in a stage where you are reaching, mashallah, I call it beyond success. It's called saturation stage. Okay, and be careful from this stage, because this stage, with time, you lose interest. You'll get busy with life. You'll get something else. Okay, now you are busy, you are passionate about it.
Yes.
But how many people is coming passionate about it? Okay, so once you show these results, and you start talking about it in different places, for sure.
Yeah, so
And of course, and we will sponsor. I am telling you, I am one person, I'm looking for such projects to sponsor. Okay, I'm a retired person, I have money, if I see something I am happy about, I will sponsor, I will get you sponsors. But you need to show this in numbers. Okay, the picture is very nice. The other issue is like Dr. Dunya, which is I leave for her later to talk about it, about the issue of the girls. Because one of the challenges of India is the women education in general. Okay. So again, you said the boys, it's not a problem more. Maybe girls is having a problem. So how we can manage to make models that girls that they pass the stage of saturation where maybe they finish only elementary.
Yes.
And we've seen this in lots of communities, unfortunately. Even in Europe, in certain communities, we've seen that is a problem. So I would like maybe to focus on realizing the power by example, because you said they realize the power of education, right?
Yes.
But by example.
My example.
How many parents, you don't know today, I'm sure. Maybe I just humbly say, from your saying, you don't know how many parents, they got convinced that their children became better because of your bus education. Because these are the ones who will be what? Your advocates for other parents. Okay? And we'll use these parents to be like our models, to talk about their children and so on. Okay? Again, if there is time, I will come to your stuff and show you by pictures, because we take like this photos and pictures to show the examples of what happened after that. Your KPIs need to be changed. I believe. Okay, I appreciate. Sorry, maybe I'm mistaken, but I'm just telling you. I recommend your KPI. Your KPI democracy is very important, but it is not the main issue. Okay. If a human is maybe he will know democracy, but he's not inspired, you didn't create from him. Okay. I'm not sure if you know the Prime Minister of UK at one time, it was Gordon Brown. He used to say that we can live without air, okay, for a few minutes, okay, and we can live without water for maybe 1 or 2 days. In our weather, maybe 2 days and you finish, okay. But if you live without inspiration and a purpose of life, and maybe sometimes from these people who come from the slums, the experience tells us, no? Some of them, because someone have inspired them, they became leaders and they changed the world. Today I was telling Nikhil, no formula should be, he said, I don't want people to suffer like I suffered for my, I told him, no, it's opposite the formula. One of our problems, we don't bring good boys or girls in our country because we don't challenge them. We give them lots of chances, but there is no challenge. So you need to create from this is now we go to the stage of stratification. How many of these, when I challenge them, they'll be up to the this competition, okay? If I give them $1, what they'll do with it, okay? And I'm sure you see in the internet, okay, we call it marshmallow test. They give them sweet and they see some people who don't, they study, they say, the people who will eat the sweet directly, they are failure people, mostly. Those who will wait, because they told them wait, they will get more marshmallow, and they'll be, they study them after 20 years, they've seen them that they are more successful, okay? So this is, by the way, something that we need to enter, the spirit of measurement, which is, I couldn't see.
For standards and
yes, and
parameters.
not only your job, I mean, all of these guys, they'll be interested, okay? Some of you will do the studies, PhDs, publish it, and so on, but to protect you, that we are not doing only something for one time and always we say enthusiasm is not enough. Knowledge is not enough. You are not enthusiasm. You are past this. You are in the knowledge stage. But now we want to move you. You are very advanced stage. You are very advanced. I cannot do like what you have done. Okay? But we want to move you now to a profound stage. Profound means that you have a scientific approach and you have the experiential field. You are the expert of the field. Nobody can compete with you. But you need now the scientific so that you can make it a world class. Okay. So this is the just part of what I wanted to say. Also, when you talked about the issue of learning in a week, okay, is it general? Because what you have said managed to write all the alphabetics in 1 week. This is supposed to be something really. So actually, what you'll do we call it reverse thinking, right? And instead of, and by the way, now we have what we call it reverse teaching. The student can teach you now, right? So what are the techniques that you see that they have used that you can use it now for your own normal students?
Yes, yes.
Okay, not out school students, because their learning is very fast. You said 1 week, and so it means this is something they have there in their community that make them use the most important loop. We have 4 loops, right? You know that. The frontal loop is the most important. the one which is will associate things with it.
Yes.
And they have managed to associate very quickly because I think there is something in their community
Yes.
which
yes,
maybe
yeah.
it's interesting to study. So in general, I wanted to tell you, in every change, okay, there is a type of also dissatisfaction.
This
Okay. She was mentioning, she was trying to tell me that, and always in your story, so that when you go in conferences, always don't show only the positives. Show also that this is a story.
Yeah.
Like the Indian film, you cry, you laugh. Especially Indians, you are specialized in this. Bollywood, now it's Bollywood. خلاص, no more Hollywood. All Bollywood now, all over the world. Okay, you can create from and may create from.
We have a lot of stories.
Yeah, I mean, this story need to be reflected in the picture. The challenges,
Yes, challenges,
how we started with maybe
yes.
few years, then we end up with so many. These things, by the way, need to be entered into the story, so that, and then you have to prove. Last one, see, this is the formula for change. Huh?
Okay.
The first is dissatisfaction. There was the challenges. Okay.
Yeah.
The second one is the model. I made a model. Yes. Okay. The third one is sustainability.
Yes.
Okay. How am I sustaining? Are you sustaining?
Yes.
I'm not sure. See, the last one, I'm not sure. Why? How many you have? Let's say I am Muhammad. Okay. I came to you. You served me 3-4 times. What happened to Muhammad later? Do you know? Do you take their name? You see why they didn't come? What happened to them? Okay. Because sometimes we go by quantity. Okay. And it's not about quantity. It's about both. The balancing between both. Okay. Not how many I served, but how many, as you said, became literate and they changed their life. Because sometimes even if they are literate and they don't change their life, that's also, it means that our education is wrong. Okay. So that's maybe the issue. So I will focus with you on the project of this. Now I'm coming to practical. Okay. What I want from you, tell me what you should be available for. So in life, we have 3 issues we have to do in order to be a world-class performers. Okay. The first one is called availability. Okay. What I need to be available. For example, how many times I need to be there to them in order to manage to bring them to the level where they start to cope with and they believe they will start looking for you. Oh, the bus didn't come, and they start crying, asking what is happening and so on, and even influencing the parents. Okay, how many of these children they have availability to influence their parents to change their attitudes? Because you said about hygiene. We know that now still in unfortunately in India, same as in lots of places in Africa, unfortunately, people still they don't use the sanitary right, the loo and so on. Okay? Toilets properly. Again, do these things started to change or not? The hygiene practices, because if we start with this, they start to see the benefit of education faster. Okay, so maybe you can list the things that you need to be available more. Okay, availability is about time, about available in the right time for them. For example, you might have seen children who started with you at age of 10. You didn't see them before. Yeah, and some children they started at the age of 5. Is there was a difference in learning?
Yeah.
There should be, right?
Yeah.
And I would guess from our learning, maybe I'm wrong, okay, but from our literature, is that children which is 6 or below, they pick up much faster than children of 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is the literature.
This
says
is
it.
scientifically proven.
Scientifically proven. But you say you have experienced that also,
Yeah,
right?
we have.
So we need to say at which what are the ones that will have the priority that we have to what we call it catchment. Okay. Because we're gonna work as Gandhi's taught us, full thinking. It's not about how much that you do. It is about the way you do it. It's not about how much. Okay. My boy Rahman, he always beat me since he's young. Okay, when he swim. So I swim like this and all water. I said, Papa, it's not about this. It's about the way you swim. You might not do lots of splash water, but you can swim. Okay. So I think this is very important that we focus on. I think the team who work on this should be separate than the team who work on the issue of the prostitutes and the other areas and so on. Okay? Why? Because we want to compare later. We don't want the same team to be influenced with this, and they apply the same thing, so that you can increase the learning in general. As I said, the most important brother is tracking.
Tracking.
Yes.
Yeah, we really work on that tracking and on that because there are a lot of problem if they shifted to the another city and another area.
Yes.
Then we have to track.
They are nomads. They move from.
प्लीज ट्रॅव्हलिंग मध्ये डिस्कस करा.
He says that our the visit time is there.
Okay,
So
sure,
will
sure.
be most probably already
Discuss.
leaving. We'll discuss on traveling and
Okay.
our that to we have to go there at 3 o'clock. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it is cold, you can have the warm one.
No, very good.
Yeah.
I guess it's
Very
too
nice.
late.
Very nice. But I thought Indian you don't give coffee, give tea. No.
You would like to have a cup of tea
No,
again?
no. Just,
I was in need for a coffee because it was all tea.
Or you can have the warm one, please.
No, it's warm. It's good.
Okay, so we'll continue. I think later.
We'll continue with
continue
this,
with
yes.
I'm sure Dr. Dunya and Dr. Ghosh. Sorry, I started before you.
No, it's
But,
not.
Because he doesn't believe in
I'm in the
ladies
process.
first. No, he doesn't believe in ladies first.
Not today.
Not always.
So we'll discuss in the car.
Yes.
So we will save the time.
Yes, sure.
Because
Thank you.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also waiting over
Points
there.
to
Yes.
check, no?
That-
Yes.
Sir, we have taken
In the car.
it is there.
Yeah.
That's nice, sir.
But I'll be in the different car.
Okay.
Hello?
Dr. Ghosh was suggesting, can we just say, Dr. Dunya say some few points?
No, no.
She has some few vital points.
Okay.
I can also.
So after that,
Yes.
when we go to the school, the Belgaum, there is also my school. You can stay there. Lunch. Can I arrange lunch?
Moving, you can
Their plan because
So
my
just
plan
press
and
the sensor.
So-
If the red dot is open, it's recording.
Okay.
Okay? And when you
Please,
want to